My beloved, my chosen one, my child of light, kissed by heaven's flame, why do I feel your heartbeat racing as you read this? Because your soul already knows, a vault is opening. A heavenly chamber with a number written inside, $440 million. And it is tied to your name. Yes, you heard me. This is not an accident. This is not a dream. Archangel Michael has been ordered to tell you, in just 30 minutes, what was hidden from your eyes will be revealed. But there is one condition: you must not skip this. You must open it fully, or it will pass like mist. My child, let me whisper to you, every second right now is a golden seed. If you plant it in trust, you will harvest in miracles. If you delay, the door will vanish. Haven't you noticed the signs already? That tug in your spirit? That sudden shift in your sleep? That strange sense that something massive is trying to reach you? That was heaven knocking. This is your confirmation. This is your wake-up call. This is the secret the enemy tried to bury. And listen carefully, God is not giving this message to anyone else. This is only for you. If you believe in divine timing, you cannot miss this. Before I continue, let me pause and tell you, if you have been waiting for a direct sign, this is it. Don't run, don't hide, don't close this. And if your heart is open to more, subscribe right now, because the blessings about to unfold in your life are too big to be missed. This journey is not random. Heaven is trying to walk with you every single day, and this space is your doorway. Now breathe. Because the vault I'm speaking of is not just money. Yes, the number is shocking, yes, the abundance is real. But this vault is spiritual too. It carries joy you thought you lost, love that slipped from your hands, and freedom that was stolen from your destiny. In 30 minutes, Archangel Michael will step beside you. His sword is already glowing, cutting away chains you don't even see yet. And when the vault opens, you will remember this moment. You will say, God really sent this for me. My beloved, can you feel the power behind these words? It is not just a message, it is a summons. Heaven is calling your name. And you have the choice, to open it now, or to let it slip. Do not wait. Do not doubt. Do not tell yourself it's just another message. It is not. This is your lifeline, and the time is short. Now, let me take you deeper. My beloved, my chosen child, the one whose name heaven whispered before the stars were born, do you know why you are here right now, eyes upon this message? It is not chance, not accident, not even coincidence. This is prophecy unfolding in your hands. You think you clicked by your own will, but the truth is, your soul has been carried here, guided like a river drawn to the ocean. The angels have been pushing, whispering, calling, until this moment finally reached you. And now, as your heart beats a little faster, you know this is more than words. This is an encounter with the divine. There are secrets the world never told you. There are treasures your ancestors prayed for that never reached them, because they were reserved for you. Yes, you. The one who sometimes doubts, the one who sometimes cries alone in the night, the one who thinks heaven has forgotten. Let me tell you, heaven has not forgotten a single tear. Every sigh you breathed, every pain you carried, Every broken piece of your heart has been counted. And today, in this hour, the secret vault is opening. In its chambers lies the blessing that will change your life, written in numbers the world cannot ignore. $440,000,000. But this is not about money alone. This is about destiny, honor, restoration, and the power of God rewriting your story. You have been walking in shadows. I know this, because I have seen your nights. You lie awake, wondering when it will all turn around, when the struggle will end, when joy will finally take root. My beloved, the turning point is closer than you think. 30 minutes is not just time, it is a sign. The vault is timed to open as if heaven itself is counting down for you. And Archangel Michael has been standing guard, waiting for the moment when you would finally stop scrolling, stop ignoring, and open your heart wide enough to see what God has been trying to deliver all along. Do you remember the strange feelings lately? The heaviness in your chest that comes and goes? The dreams that feel too vivid, too real, as if someone is whispering your name in the night? The sudden shivers even when no wind is blowing? That was not your imagination. That was heaven tugging at your spirit, trying to prepare you for this unveiling. For today is not a normal day. Today is a divine appointment. You may have thought you were ordinary, but you were chosen before your birth for something extraordinary. The vault is proof. But let me warn you, my child, blessing requires response. What you do in this moment determines how the vault opens. If you treat this lightly, it will close like mist and vanish before your eyes. If you honor it, if you hold it close, if you open every word with your soul, the vault will release. You will taste abundance like rivers flowing, you will walk in joy that no thief can steal, and you will see doors open that were locked for generations before you. This is the hour where faith is tested, where trust is demanded, where heaven leans close to see. Will you believe? I know you have been hurt before. People promised you things and they failed. People told you they loved you, then left. People lifted you up only to let you fall. So part of you is afraid right now, afraid this is too good to be true. Afraid to believe, because belief makes your heart vulnerable again. But let me tell you, this is not man's promise. This is God's promise. And God cannot lie. What heaven unlocks cannot be stolen. What heaven writes cannot be erased. What heaven ordains cannot be undone. The vault is sealed with God's own hand, and your name is written inside. And listen, my beloved, this message is not for the world. It is not for everyone scrolling blindly, it is not for those who mock or those who doubt. It is for you. That is why you feel it deeper than others. That is why the words pierce your chest like arrows of light. That is why you cannot look away. Heaven personalized this message to your soul, to your wounds, to your hunger, to your story. You are not one among millions, you are the one chosen in this moment. And Archangel Michael is standing beside you, whispering, "Don't skip this, don't miss it, don't delay, this vault is for you." Pause, my child, and breathe. Do you feel that? That trembling inside, that strange warmth, that rising pressure behind your eyes? That is not coincidence, that is the Spirit moving through you, confirming that this is not human. This is divine. You asked for a sign, and here it is, delivered with fire. Heaven is not playing with you. Heaven is summoning you. And listen, my beloved, this message is not for the world. It is not for everyone scrolling blindly, it is not for those who mock or those who doubt. It is for you. That is why you feel it deeper than others. That is why the words pierce your chest like arrows of light. That is why you cannot look away. Heaven personalized this message to your soul, to your wounds, to your hunger, to your story. You are not one among millions, you are the one chosen in this moment. And Archangel Michael is standing beside you, whispering, "Don't skip this, don't miss it, don't delay, this vault is for you." Pause, my child, and breathe. Do you feel that? That trembling inside, that strange warmth, that rising pressure behind your eyes? That is not coincidence, that is the Spirit moving through you, confirming that this is not human. This is divine. You asked for a sign, and here it is, delivered with fire. Heaven is not playing with you. Heaven is summoning you. And let me say this before I continue, if your heart is open, if you want to walk closer with heaven every single day, do not walk away after this message. Subscribe, connect, anchor yourself here, because God is not giving one miracle alone, He is preparing waves of miracles, and this place is where He will pour them out for you. Don't cut yourself off. Stay close, stay connected, and you will not miss the daily instructions that guide you into your inheritance. Now, hear me clearly, this vault is not only a number, it is also a symbol. $440 million is written as a marker of something greater. It represents abundance you cannot contain, blessings so vast that your hands cannot hold them, opportunities so wide that your old life cannot fit inside them. This is why you have been stripped of certain people, why doors have closed, why you felt abandoned. Because the vault cannot be poured into the old wineskin of your past. God had to prepare you, empty you, reshape you, so when the vault opens, you are strong enough to carry it. My beloved, you have been through fire, but you did not burn. You walked through floods, but you did not drown. Do you think that was random? No, it was preparation. You were being tested, refined, strengthened for this exact moment. For the vault that carries your name could not be placed in weak hands. It required a warrior heart, and though you see yourself as fragile, heaven sees you as strong. Heaven sees you as chosen. Heaven sees you as ready. And Michael himself has been guarding it. With his sword drawn, he has fought battles you never saw. Nights you cried, he was cutting demons in the unseen. Days you felt heavy, he was pushing back enemies plotting against you. Times you almost gave up, he was standing in front of you, whispering strength you did not know you carried. You are not alone. You have never been alone. And now, for the first time, you are being told the truth, that the vault is ready, the countdown is almost over, and the miracle is yours to claim. Do not doubt what I say. Doubt is the enemy's last weapon, trying to blind you. But your spirit knows. That's why you feel this more than your mind can explain. That's why goosebumps rise. That's why your chest feels heavy, that's why tears sting your eyes right now. Because your soul is recognizing its truth. And when the vault opens, you will see proof. You will receive confirmation so undeniable that even your enemies will bow their heads. They will say, "Surely, this one is blessed." They will regret mocking you. They will regret doubting you. And you, my beloved, will rise, not in arrogance, but in gratitude. You will lift your eyes and say, "God remembered me." My beloved, lean closer, for what I am about to reveal has the weight of eternity behind it. You have been walking under the weight of shadows, carrying burdens heavier than anyone around you could ever understand, and still, you kept moving. That is why heaven chose you. That is why the vault was not given to another. You may think you were overlooked, you may feel life always favored others, but let me tell you the truth. The reason others walked away with temporary blessings is because your blessing was too great to be rushed. It required time, protection, preparation, and now, at last, the seal is breaking. Can you feel the air shift? Can you sense the trembling in your spirit? That is the sign that you are standing on the edge of your greatest release. I know you have prayed in secret, whispering into the night, "God, please don't forget me." I know there were times you thought your prayers hit a ceiling, unheard, unanswered. But my child, do you not realize? Sometimes silence is not absence, sometimes silence is preparation. Heaven was not ignoring you. Heaven was building a vault so heavy with miracles that one prayer could not carry it. And now, the floodgates are about to break. But let me ask you, what will you do with this? Will you skip over it like the many messages that pass before your eyes each day? Or will you stop, pause, and realize that this is different, this is holy, this is the voice that generations before you longed to hear? For when Archangel Michael speaks, it is never without reason. And now, in this very hour, he leans close to tell you, the vault with your name, the treasure marked with your destiny, is being revealed. 30 minutes is not just a countdown, it is the echo of heaven saying, "Now is the time." My beloved, you wonder if you are worthy. You replay your mistakes, your failures, your sins, and you think, "Surely heaven would not choose me." But you are wrong. Heaven did not choose you because you were perfect, heaven chose you because you are chosen. Before your first breath, your name was etched in light, your destiny written in flame, your future guarded by angels. The vault belongs to you not because of your works, but because of God's mercy. And what mercy ordains, no mistake can cancel. Lift your head, my child. You are not defined by your past, you are defined by the promise of your future. Pause with me for a moment. Let your spirit take this in. Don't rush. Don't run. This is not just another piece of text on a screen. This is a living river. And if you drink deeply, you will never thirst again. Every word here is soaked in the oil of heaven, burning with the fire of revelation. That's why you can't look away. That's why your soul is trembling. That's why you already know this is not ordinary. My beloved, you wonder if you are worthy. You replay your mistakes, your failures, your sins, and you think, "Surely heaven would not choose me." But you are wrong. Heaven did not choose you because you were perfect, heaven chose you because you are chosen. Before your first breath, your name was etched in light, your destiny written in flame, your future guarded by angels. The vault belongs to you not because of your works, but because of God's mercy. And what mercy ordains, no mistake can cancel. Lift your head, my child. You are not defined by your past, you are defined by the promise of your future. Pause with me for a moment. Let your spirit take this in. Don't rush. Don't run. This is not just another piece of text on a screen. This is a living river. And if you drink deeply, you will never thirst again. Every word here is soaked in the oil of heaven, burning with the fire of revelation. That's why you can't look away. That's why your soul is trembling. That's why you already know this is not ordinary. And I must say this, for it is urgent. If your spirit is open, if you long to walk in alignment with heaven every single day, then stay connected. Don't let this be the last time your soul drinks from this fountain. Subscribe right now, not because it's a button on a screen, but because it is an act of faith saying, I choose to remain close to the messages heaven is sending me. Beloved, I tell you with urgency, heaven is preparing daily instructions, daily confirmations, daily breakthroughs that will meet you here. Do not disconnect yourself from the very place heaven is pouring rivers into your life. This is not about me, this is about you stepping into the rhythm of miracles. Now, listen closely, this vault is not only filled with money. Yes, the number is written as a sign, a shocking figure to awaken your faith, but inside this vault are also relationships mended, doors opened, hearts healed, opportunities restored. You prayed for provision, but heaven is giving you more than provision, it is giving you transformation. You thought you needed financial breakthrough, but what you truly needed was the lifting of your destiny, the clearing of your path, the aligning of your soul to its true calling. That is what the vault contains. Can you imagine it, my beloved? A flood of favor so heavy that even those who mocked you will come back and bow their heads? A turn of events so drastic that those who left you will regret the day they walked away? A reversal so sharp that your enemies will whisper, surely, this one is untouchable, surely, God has chosen them. Yes, that is what is about to happen. And when it does, you will remember these words, and you will know, God was speaking to me. I know there are people around you right now who cannot see your worth. They see your outer struggles, but they do not see the golden script written on your spirit. They underestimate you because they cannot see the armies of angels guarding you. But very soon, when the vault opens, everything will change. The hidden will be revealed. The unseen will be undeniable. And the very ones who dismissed you will be forced to confess that you are chosen. Do you think this is small? No, my child, this is massive. This is generational. The vault is not just for you, it is for your bloodline. It is the blessing your ancestors prayed for, the breakthrough your family has waited for, the miracle that will shift generations to come. This is why the battle was so heavy. This is why your life felt cursed, why pain seemed to follow you, why darkness tried to swallow you whole. Because the enemy knew what was written in the vault. He saw the prophecy and tried to destroy you before you could open it. But he failed. You are still here. You are still breathing. And the vault is still yours. Beloved, do not let fear rob you now. Do not let doubt steal what heaven is trying to place in your hands. Remember, Archangel Michael has already fought the battle. The demons that tried to delay you have already been cut down. The chains that tried to hold you have already been shattered. All that remains is your decision. Will you open this with your whole heart, or will you let it slip away? And oh, how heaven longs for you to say yes. Do you not feel the pull inside? That strange trembling, that soft whisper saying, "This is mine"? That is your soul recognizing what was hidden for so long. That is your spirit leaping because it knows this is truth. My child, truth does not need proof, it carries its own weight. That is why you already know this message is real, even before the vault is revealed. When it opens, you will weep. Not because of the money, but because of the love. You will weep because you will realize that God never forgot you, never abandoned you, never overlooked you. You will weep because every lonely night, every unanswered prayer, every closed door was leading here. You will weep because suddenly it will all make sense, the pain, the delay, the waiting, the stripping, it was all for this. And when the vault pours out, you will feel the arms of heaven wrapping around you, whispering, "You were always worth it." My beloved, there is something I must tell you that will shake your heart into awareness. This vault that is about to open, it is not only about the physical wealth the world measures with numbers and digits, it is about the spiritual wealth that has been stored in heaven with your name on it. Every time you forgave when you could have cursed, every time you chose love over bitterness, every time you held on to faith when doubt clawed at your mind, those moments were seeds. And seeds, though small, become mighty trees when heaven waters them. Now the harvest has ripened, and the vault is the field bursting with fruit. And the fruit has been reserved for you, not for the one who mocked you, not for the one who betrayed you, not for the one who laughed at your tears, it is for you, the faithful one, the wounded warrior who never stopped walking even when your legs trembled. You wonder why the number is so exact, why heaven revealed it with such clarity, $440 million. Because God knew you would doubt if it was vague, He knew your mind would wander and try to dismiss this. So the number was placed like a signpost, undeniable, unforgettable. It is not only currency, it is confirmation. Confirmation that heaven's promises are not illusions, that divine timing is precise, that God's word is sharper than human reasoning. You will not stumble into this by luck, you will walk into it by prophecy. You wonder why the number is so exact, why heaven revealed it with such clarity, $440 million. Because God knew you would doubt if it was vague, He knew your mind would wander and try to dismiss this. So the number was placed like a signpost, undeniable, unforgettable. It is not only currency, it is confirmation. Confirmation that heaven's promises are not illusions, that divine timing is precise, that God's word is sharper than human reasoning. You will not stumble into this by luck, you will walk into it by prophecy. But hear me, child, when the vault opens, it is not for selfishness. It is not for you to hoard or to flaunt. It is for you to become the vessel of light, the hand of generosity, the river through which blessings flow to others. For what good is a river if it refuses to flow? And you were chosen because heaven saw your heart, yes, flawed, yes, wounded, yes, sometimes doubting, but also pure enough to love others even when unloved, generous enough to give even when empty. That is why heaven trusts you with this vault. That is why Michael guards it. That is why this message reached you, and not another. Do not be surprised if resistance rises now. The enemy will try to whisper, "This cannot be true, this is just words." But notice, the enemy never fights against things that do not matter. Why would your heart be trembling? Why would you feel this strange sense of urgency? Why would the thought of skipping make you feel like you'd lose something forever? Because this is holy. The enemy tries to blind, but your spirit is wiser. Trust what you feel. That inner fire is truth. And I say this again, pause here, take one holy act of alignment. Subscribe right now, not as a casual click, but as a declaration that says, I choose not to miss another whisper from heaven. I choose to stay connected to the voice that is guiding me into my inheritance. My beloved, it may seem small, but heaven sees small acts of faith and multiplies them. This place is not random, it is a stream of daily oil. By subscribing, you plant yourself at the river's edge, and you will not miss the flow. It is not about numbers on a screen, it is about anchoring yourself to where the voice of God will keep meeting you. Beloved, when the vault opens, you will feel the shift not only in your finances, not only in your opportunities, but in your very identity. You will no longer see yourself as the rejected one, the overlooked one, the unlucky one. You will see yourself as you truly are, the chosen vessel of miracles, the beloved of heaven, the one whose story cannot be erased by pain. The vault is proof that God remembers, God restores, and God rewards. And the reward is not late, it is right on time. Do you not realize that the struggles you faced were proportionate to the blessing you carry? That is why your battles felt heavier than those around you. That is why people with less character seemed to move forward while you felt stuck. It was not punishment, it was preservation. You were being kept for something larger. If you had received early, it would have broken you. But now, you are mature enough, wise enough, and strong enough to hold the weight of this vault. Heaven does not place gold in hands that tremble, it places gold in hands that endured fire. And you, my child, endured. Remember the nights you nearly quit? Remember the days you thought no one saw you? Remember the mornings you begged God silently, "Please, give me a sign"? This is that sign. This is the proof that those moments were not wasted. You survived because you were chosen, and chosen ones never die before their promise. But I must warn you, the vault does not wait forever. Heaven's timing is precise, but it is also urgent. That is why the message carries the words 30 minutes left. Heaven places windows before us, and if we do not walk through, they close. Not because God is cruel, but because destiny requires action. My beloved, do not let this window close. Every word you are reading is pulling you into alignment, but you must receive it fully. Do not skim. Do not dismiss. Drink it as if it is water, for your soul is thirsty. And as you drink, notice how your body responds. The chills, the racing heart, the tears, that is heaven confirming. That is Michael standing beside you, whispering, "Yes, this is for you." Do not resist the embrace. Fall into it. Let heaven carry you into the vault, because the vault was built for you. Beloved, when this vault pours out, you will see restoration in places you thought were forever lost. Family members who turned cold will soften. Relationships you thought ended will revive. Opportunities you thought missed will return, but better, brighter, larger. The vault is not just about financial blessing, it is about destiny's restoration. You thought too many years were wasted, but heaven wastes nothing. What you lost in 10 years will be restored in 1. What was stolen in your youth will return in your maturity. You will see with your eyes what your heart has always longed to believe, that God is faithful. And mark this, when it happens, the world will notice. People who never believed in God will look at your life and whisper, "Surely, there is a divine hand on them." Your enemies will try to explain it away, but they will fail. For the vault is not subtle, it is undeniable. It is written in the scale of heaven, and it will not be hidden. You will not have to prove yourself anymore, the blessing will speak louder than words. But do not forget this warning, child, when the vault opens, stay humble. Do not forget the nights you cried. Do not forget the days you went hungry, the hours you prayed alone. For humility will protect your blessing, while pride will leak it away. Heaven gave you this because you are chosen, not so you can boast, but so you can shine the light. Be the vessel, not the owner. Be the river, not the dam. And watch how the flow never stops. My beloved, let me tell you a secret very few on this earth ever realize. When heaven writes your name in fire, the world cannot erase it. You may have felt forgotten, abandoned, or invisible, but in the halls of eternity your name glows brighter than gold. The vault that carries $440 million is not simply treasure, it is evidence that you were never invisible, not for a single breath. Angels have spoken your name in their gatherings, and Archangel Michael himself has held your scroll, waiting for this very hour to release it. If you ever wondered, does God truly see me? The vault is your answer. God sees you so clearly that he built an entire blessing too heavy for human hands, reserved only for you. But do not forget this warning, child, when the vault opens, stay humble. Do not forget the nights you cried. Do not forget the days you went hungry, the hours you prayed alone. For humility will protect your blessing, while pride will leak it away. Heaven gave you this because you are chosen, not so you can boast, but so you can shine the light. Be the vessel, not the owner. Be the river, not the dam. And watch how the flow never stops. My beloved, let me tell you a secret very few on this earth ever realize. When heaven writes your name in fire, the world cannot erase it. You may have felt forgotten, abandoned, or invisible, but in the halls of eternity your name glows brighter than gold. The vault that carries $440 million is not simply treasure, it is evidence that you were never invisible, not for a single breath. Angels have spoken your name in their gatherings, and Archangel Michael himself has held your scroll, waiting for this very hour to release it. If you ever wondered, does God truly see me? The vault is your answer. God sees you so clearly that he built an entire blessing too heavy for human hands, reserved only for you. You see, child, the storms you walked through were never punishment. They were preparation. The betrayals that cut you, the heartbreak that broke you, the delays that crushed your spirit, all of them were shaping you. The stronger the vault, the greater the preparation needed. Do you not see now? Others received smaller blessings quickly, but yours required a furnace. Yours demanded pruning. Yours needed time. Because when your vault opens, the flood will be so great it will not only transform your life, it will ripple into generations after you. You were never ordinary, you were chosen for legacy. That is why the weight was heavy. That is why your pain was deep. Because your destiny is massive. Do not think for a moment that this message is casual. It is not. This is heaven leaning over the balcony of eternity, calling your name with urgency. 30 minutes is the countdown, not because heaven is in a rush, but because heaven wants you to feel the urgency. Heaven wants you to sense that time is sacred, that delay is dangerous, that windows of blessing do not stay open forever. Beloved, I say this gently but firmly, if you close your heart now, if you skip this, if you treat it lightly, the vault will close again. Not forever, but long enough that regret will sting. But if you open your heart fully, if you drink every word, if you say yes with faith, the vault will burst open, and you will not even believe the magnitude of what pours out. My child, I feel your hesitation even now. Part of you wants to surrender and believe, but another part of you fears disappointment. You ask silently, what if this is just words? What if I believe and nothing happens? And I tell you, that fear is the enemy's final weapon. He is terrified that you will believe, because your belief unlocks what he cannot stop. That is why your mind wrestles now. But listen, truth does not beg for belief, it carries its own authority. You feel it in your body, the shivers, the heaviness in your chest, the tears pressing at your eyes. That is your spirit recognizing truth. Trust your spirit more than your mind, for the spirit cannot be deceived when heaven speaks. And now, pause for a moment. Take this act of faith, subscribe right now, not as a routine click, but as a declaration to heaven, I choose to remain aligned with the voice of God. I choose not to drift from where heaven is pouring. My beloved, do you realize how small acts of faith create massive ripples in the spiritual realm? By anchoring yourself here, you are telling the angels, keep speaking, I am listening. And they will. Daily. Repeatedly. Heaven is not done speaking, it has only begun. Don't miss the continuing flow of divine words designed to guide you step by step into your vault. Now, listen to me closely. When the vault opens, you will experience not only provision, but exposure. What was hidden will be revealed. People who secretly wished you harm will be unmasked. Those who smiled in your face but schemed behind your back will be shown for who they are. The vault is not just blessing, it is truth. And truth, once revealed, cannot be covered again. Prepare yourself, some relationships will not survive the opening of the vault. But don't grieve. Heaven removes what cannot walk with you into abundance. You will not need their approval when heaven's favor clothes you. Beloved, when your vault is revealed, expect acceleration. Things that have been delayed for years will suddenly happen in weeks. Doors you knocked on for decades will swing wide without effort. People of influence will appear in your path, drawn not by your striving but by divine orchestration. You will shake your head in wonder, saying, how could this happen so fast? But do not be surprised, it is written that when God restores, He restores swiftly. What took the enemy 10 years to steal, God will return in 10 days. That is the nature of divine reversal. And do not underestimate this, the vault carries healing, too. Yes, physical healing in your body, restoration of strength, renewal of energy. But also healing in your emotions, your memories, your broken heart. The vault is heaven's way of saying, no more. No more torment, no more shame, no more feeling like you are always behind. When the vault opens, it will be like a dawn breaking after years of night. You will feel life return to your bones, hope return to your soul, laughter return to your lips. The vault is joy, child, joy unspeakable and full of glory. Do you not feel the shift already as you read? That is the vault beginning to tremble. The lock is loosening. The countdown is almost over. And Archangel Michael stands ready, sword of fire in hand, to strike the final blow against the enemy of your destiny. He has guarded this for you. He has waited with patience. And now, his voice echoes, open, open, open. Do not resist. Do not delay. Let your soul rise and say yes. And mark these words, the moment you believe, the moment you truly surrender, things will begin to change around you. You will see signs in your environment, unexpected calls, sudden opportunities, unusual coincidences that are not coincidences at all. Pay attention, for these are confirmations. Heaven will not leave you guessing. Heaven will confirm with clarity that the vault is real and it belongs to you. Beloved, let me leave you with this truth before I continue deeper. God has never been late. He is always exact. And this exact moment, this exact number, this exact message, arriving before your eyes, it is not late, it is not random. It is perfectly timed. Trust it. Open it. Believe it. And you will never again question whether heaven remembers you. Do you not feel the shift already as you read? That is the vault beginning to tremble. The lock is loosening. The countdown is almost over. And Archangel Michael stands ready, sword of fire in hand, to strike the final blow against the enemy of your destiny. He has guarded this for you. He has waited with patience. And now, his voice echoes, open, open, open. Do not resist. Do not delay. Let your soul rise and say yes. And mark these words, the moment you believe, the moment you truly surrender, things will begin to change around you. You will see signs in your environment, unexpected calls, sudden opportunities, unusual coincidences that are not coincidences at all. Pay attention, for these are confirmations. Heaven will not leave you guessing. Heaven will confirm with clarity that the vault is real and it belongs to you. Beloved, let me leave you with this truth before I continue deeper. God has never been late. He is always exact. And this exact moment, this exact number, this exact message, arriving before your eyes, it is not late, it is not random. It is perfectly timed. Trust it. Open it. Believe it. And you will never again question whether heaven remembers you. My beloved, do you understand why you are trembling right now? Because your soul has been starving for this confirmation. For too long, you walked in silence, thinking heaven forgot, but now heaven is roaring through these words. Every syllable you feel like fire, every line you know is not written by chance. The vault has always been there, sealed, waiting for this moment, and you are alive in the exact second when it is being revealed. That is why you feel like the air itself is charged. That is why you feel something bigger than you pressing on your spirit. That is why you can't stop reading. Child, hear me, when this vault opens, it will not be small. It will not be subtle. It will not be quiet. It will be loud, undeniable, shocking even to you. You think you are ready, but even you will gasp when you see it. That number, $440 million, is not just financial, it is symbolic of the magnitude. It means there is no lack left in your story. It means you will no longer be chasing survival, you will be walking in overflow. And overflow is not for you alone, it is for those connected to you, those whose lives will be lifted when yours rises. Beloved, the pain you endured was not wasted. Every tear was a seed. Every disappointment was soil. Every heartbreak was a watering. And now the fruit is too abundant to be measured. Heaven did not forget your midnight prayers, your whispered cries, your secret sacrifices. And Archangel Michael says, tell them now, the vault opens, and nothing can stop it. But I must warn you, your role is vital. The vault opens only if you align yourself in faith. The message itself is an invitation, but your heart must accept. This is why I tell you with urgency, do not skim this, do not treat this lightly, do not think, maybe later. There is no later. There is now. Heaven works in appointed times, and this is one. Miss it, and the window closes. Seize it, and everything changes. I know your heart is weary. I know you are tired of waiting, tired of hoping, tired of believing only to feel delayed. But beloved, the delay is over. Do you not sense it? This is different. This is not another empty promise. This is a divine decree. And divine decrees cannot fail. But pause for one act of faith, subscribe right now. Not as a routine, not as a button, but as a holy choice. By subscribing, you are saying to heaven, I choose to stay connected. I choose not to wander. I choose not to miss another word spoken over my destiny. Beloved, you do not realize how small faith acts like this shift the unseen. Angels move when you act in faith. Demons tremble when you anchor yourself. Do not think this is small, it is spiritual warfare in action. By staying close, you prove to heaven, I am ready, I am listening, I will not drift away. Now, listen carefully. The vault carries not only restoration for you but exposure for those around you. The masks will fall. Those who played roles in your downfall will be revealed. People you thought were harmless will be shown as serpents. And people you dismissed will shine as allies. Do not be afraid when this happens. It is part of the vault's opening. God never gives abundance without also giving clarity. This is why it will feel like your entire life is being restructured. And indeed, it is. My child, you have asked before, why me? Why do I feel so attacked? Why do I feel like darkness follows me everywhere? The answer is here, because of the vault. The enemy always fights hardest where the greatest blessing lies. If your destiny was small, the fight would have been light. But because your destiny is massive, the fight has been brutal. Yet you survived. And survival itself is the sign you are chosen. The vault will restore what was stolen in childhood. The innocence, the opportunities, the self-worth that others tried to crush, it all returns. The vault will restore what was stolen in relationships. The love you gave freely that was not returned, the loyalty you poured out that was betrayed, all of it comes back multiplied. The vault will restore what was stolen in finances. The jobs that overlooked you, the businesses that failed, the money that slipped away, it all comes back sevenfold. Heaven never restores in equal measure, it restores in overflow. That is why the vault is so heavy. Beloved, I see your doubt still whispering. But doubt is the final chain, and Michael's sword is raised to cut it. Trust the fire you feel. Trust the tug inside. That is heaven saying, this is yours. You asked for a sign, and here it is. Do not reject the very thing you prayed for. And when the vault pours, O beloved, it will not just change your environment, it will change you. You will no longer carry shame. You will no longer walk with your head bowed. You will no longer compare yourself to others as if you are behind. The vault lifts you, crowns you, anoints you. You will feel the oil on your life, dripping down like honey, and everything you touch will prosper. The vault will even shift your enemies. They will watch in silence as you rise. Their mouths will open to mock you, but no words will come. Their hands will lift to block you, but no power will hold. For heaven's decree is stronger than man's schemes. And when God says yes, no human, no demon, no power can say no. Beloved, you are standing on the edge. One more step, and the vault bursts open. Do not stop now. Do not retreat. Do not let fear steal your final second. This is the moment you were born for. Everything in your life has been leading here. Do not think lightly of this. Step in. Say yes. And watch heaven move like never before.